Hello everyone, welcome back to another edition of Lightbringer. I'm going to show you real quick what we've done in this, oh, I didn't really need that. Okay, so, real quick, let's see here, let's go over here. Alright, so we fixed the damage on the character that wasn't compiling right. We had to come back over here actually to this first. This kind of messed things up, but that was the ultimate thing that fixed it. So my start out is a little bit gray on the health to start out, but then after I start out, I press 1 once, then my health goes back to red at 60 instead of gray. But other than that, a few little minor changes, but on the decreased health here, we had to copy and paste some of the stuff like the current health less than equal to, and then it's not a boolean, so we had to plug that in as condition here, and the same for the stamina with the stamina stuff. Alright, and then on the and that's on the player stats. Now this part, character death and applying damage to the character. On event any damage, your player stats get updated, and obviously that's where the damage comes in here. It decreases your health to the stats. Your branch is if you keep taking damage, obviously the boolean here is player dead. If that's a condition and the player is dead, then there will be a death animation there. And then your character death, you don't want your character to move, and you want your character to like fall over or something when he dies. So that's why you have the simulate physics there. Alright, now this, we fixed the sprint now. We have that in our stamina bar, so we had to create an input action for that, which is this first one here. And then we also fixed the crouch as well, but we're still working on that video as well. So that's why you have a not and here on the branch, because you could sprint when you were crouched, so we had to fix that. And if you're not crouched and you're sprinting, and that's why there's an and, then obviously you'd be able to do that. Okay, and then you're gonna set timer by event here for how long you're doing your sprint loop, and then your and I'm pretty sure everything still works correctly. I'm just wondering why this thing is just checked and there's no condition here. Okay, but anyway, alright, you have your drain stamina. It decreases from the player stats by 1 at a time. Here's your branch. You can sprint. So both of these unchecked means you can't sprint at all, and then ask if your player is sprinting. This says you can sprint and that you are sprinting, so that's why those are checked. And then here, the reason why it's false is because obviously you do not want your character sprinting, so when he's just doing a regular walk. Alright, over here, that's all when that's started. When this is completed, your character movement goes back to 500. That's your regular walking speed. And then clear and invalidate timer by handle. You want your thing to work correctly with you and that you're not sprinting. So basically it's stopping your character, because we haven't done the animations for that yet. Alright, now for this last part, stamina increase over time. You got your event tick. Initially we had this plugged in, but then we decided to change it. So we had to get the velocity of character, the length of the velocity, and less than or equal to 0 was your condition, and then your delay of 0.1. Make sure that there's at least a little minimum delay before your stamina starts increasing again. And then obviously your player stats update. You add 1 stamina for each time there, and then and that's on the true. And then now instead of this though, we changed it to we're not sprinting. So now all of a sudden, since we're not sprinting anymore, then we can add stamina. And because if I just had this one and then not sprinting, then it would only be whenever I'm standing still. So basically, now that I have the not sprinting in there, it allows my character to be able to recover even when I'm walking. Okay, so let's get into it here. I'll show you the update for the damage when I get ready to die, and then the stamina itself. Okay. So as I mentioned, there's a little bug in there showing you instead of red 70, it's just gray 70. But if I press 1 all the way down to 0, then here's my character death. My character falls and dies. Oh. Okay. And then the other one. Alright, if I'm continuing to play, I have control as my set sprint button. And obviously you saw the another thing. I'm just going to point this out. My stamina meter was just staying at 70 before, and you see it just automatically goes up and down here. So now, okay, if I start running, okay, why isn't my stamina going up and down? Okay, I gotta fix that. Huh. I don't know what happened there. 'Cause it was working a little bit ago, so I don't know what's the deal at the moment with that. Huh. Where's my my thing at? We got the applied damage to self there, which obviously that's how this comes in. I think it might be having to do with this crouch thing. Let me see if I take that. Obviously, when I'm crouched, I want my character to go to regular speed, but I can't run when I'm crouched. Just fine. But for some reason now my character is not running whenever I'm alright, we're gonna try this real quick. I'm not gonna do 2, we're just gonna do the 1. See if that fixes it real quick. And then we'll just have to come back and try to fix that other one. Alright. It still doesn't fix it. Okay, well, your and Boolean here. And so we're gonna have to come back and figure out what happened. And once we have that figured out, then we will yeah, we'll show you guys in the next video what happened, and we'll fix that for you. But anyway, all this stuff is supposed to be working correctly. The meter is supposed to go down and then back up, and it was working before I started editing things with this second video I started watching. So maybe after I finish that, then everything will be working properly. So we'll see y'all back on the next one. You know, again, you see that the character dies here. So that one's working, and then we'll show y'all the stamina meter on the next one.